Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua Santos, and I'm honored to be able to bring to you yet another leader in our industry, direct selling and network marketing industry, by the name of Bill Pescosolido. Now, if you have not heard of Bill yet, he is an L5 leader within MLSP, which stands for My Lead System Pro. It is the largest attraction marketing platform for network marketers out there. He is the #1 recruiter worldwide in his primary business. He is a highly sought after coach and mentor to people. And to top it off, he's already come in with corporate America experience, 16 years in sales and consultant. Bill, are you there?
I am Joshua. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Thank you so much for taking the time to let me conduct this interview and share with people what it is who you are and how you can possibly help them and where you came from. So I just want to go into your history, how you stumbled upon this network marketing industry, where were you before, and your story, man. So can you share that with us?
Absolutely. So as you just kind of mentioned, I was in corporate America for 16 years, primarily always in a sales or consulting role. So, network marketing and direct selling, while new, the industry was brand new to me. The concept and the principles were quite familiar to me. Actually, Michelle, my wife, got into network marketing before I did. I was going to work every single day. We had a mortgage and a home and 2 kids and 2 dogs and 2 cars and all those kinds of expenses that I'm sure everyone's familiar with. So
Yes.
I had to go to work every day. Michelle, though, fortunately, that enabled Michelle to start getting into network marketing. So really, she got into it first, and obviously I was introduced to it by her getting into it, and then me just being exposed to what she was doing, kind of the routine and the rituals and what it took to really to make it happen. So I was able to witness her, the good and the bad. Just like everyone, she had a lot of struggles and she had a lot of growth, and there was quite a learning curve in the beginning. So I was able to really experience that with her and witness it. And then so when I then transitioned, I started off part-time at first, kind of nights and weekends, getting involved. But that finally, when I was able to walk into my boss, walk into his office, and say, thanks for everything you've done, but I'm out of here. It was a very empowering moment, an incredible feeling, and that's when I really then, with Michelle, dove in headfirst into network marketing, and haven't looked back since then.
Oh wow, wow! That is definitely powerful. That is a story that I'm sure a lot of people want to be able to tell when they enter this industry and they start having success, enough success that they can leave their job. That is a definitely a dream of a lot of people, for a lot of people. So I can start. I want to start with in your business. When you started your business, what was your biggest challenge when you started your business online?
I guess for me, it was the challenge of making the adjustment from corporate sales to network marketing.
Hmm.
In corporate sales, I was always at least dealing with busy professionals, a lot of executives, and these are extremely busy people with a very small amount of time. And most of the time, they would just shoot you down because they're not interested, they're not available, they're too busy. A lot of times, in fact, you couldn't even get through to the decision maker. You'd get stopped by the receptionist or the secretary, right?
Yeah.
So the challenge I had was with network marketing was to determine, because most people were open to talk. They were open to spend 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 minutes on the phone with me. And my challenge actually was almost the reverse challenge that I had in corporate America. Where in corporate America, it was just trying to get my foot in the door. You have a 10-second window. You're trying to, deliver your value to then make that 10-second window turn into 20 seconds, turn into 2 minutes, turn into 10 minutes, and so forth.
Absolutely.
Where network marketing, I found that I had the reverse challenge. I had to ferret out and kind of filter out who actually was an appropriate prospect, who was an interested prospect, who was just someone wasting my time, or someone who would never actually commit to what they say they were going to do. And I remember early on, Michelle used to listen and kind of laugh at me. I thought that the length of the call equated to the quality of the call.
Oh.
And if I was on the phone with someone for 20, 30, 40 minutes. I got off the phone thinking, that was awesome. What a great call. I was on the phone with him for 40 minutes. And realizing later on that I wasted about 35 of those 40 minutes. I could have accomplished the same thing in 5.
Yeah.
Or importantly, I could have, had I been smarter and savvier, or at least had the perspective that I have now, I would have realized that that person was actually never going to do anything. And I probably should have got off the phone with them within the first couple minutes.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely those the tire kickers in the industry, and it's kind of hard to really pick them out until you start having that conversation. Now everybody's on Facebook and everybody posts X, Y, and Z about their business or what they're trying to do, what they're going to do. When it is that you come across them and have a conversation with them is when you actually realize what this person's intentions are, or how this person how you would see this person actually doing a business and where they would go. There's a lot of people who say they're going to do it and then quit because a very, very small reason. So yeah, that's definitely something that is crucial in this business. So I guess that was one of your aha moments in one of the aspects of your business. What was your overall the biggest aha moment you had in your online business, your online or network marketing business?
I don't know if there's a biggest one. We've definitely had, our share of struggles, and we've definitely had a lot of success. I feel fortunate, to say that we've had a lot of success. Michelle and I are still constantly growing and building, though. I think, an aha moment for me is I look at this all, it's very relative. Meaning the person that's in network marketing in their first day or first week or first month, they probably look at everyone else as more experienced, better, they've accomplished more, they're more successful. And you've got the person who is, maybe in now accomplished year 1. So they're looking at it as like, okay, they've got people in week 1 looking up to them and saying, wow, you're so accomplished, but the person who's just finished year 1 is looking at the person maybe in year 5 and saying, looking up to them. So it's that kind of relative stages that you're in. And
exactly.
I think the aha moment was, we've had a fair amount of success, and again, that's all relative. I know for a fact, though, for Michelle and I, one point of success that was very significant was when we were asked to speak on stage. For example, the My Lead System Pro event, Live the Dream. We both spoke on stage together.
Nice.
And that was really cool. I'm not going to deny it, but I think the aha moment was when I really realized that we still have so much more to accomplish, because there's people who are, we're still relatively speaking, new to this industry. And, there's people who've been doing this 15, 20 years, right, who have years and years of experience and miles worth of a track record, much greater than Michelle and I have at this point.
Exactly.
So what I realize is that I still, and we still have to maintain our perspective and still understand that there's so many people still out there that we can learn from and benefit from.
That's definitely something very, very, very important to realize in this industry. There's people like Eric Worre, Tal Falcone, and yeah, those leaders. I definitely follow them. I know that they have some sort of value every time they speak, every time they put something out. There's so much to learn from them. And people like leaders like Ray Higdon, who's having his massive success in his business as well. He as well looks into Todd Falcone's stuff and other leaders in the industry for their advice, their golden nuggets, if you will. So, what was your biggest breakthrough? Maybe it was when realizing this, but what was your biggest breakthrough when you started having success in your business? Maybe with you and Michelle.
Well, a big breakthrough was, working with your spouse can create a whole new set of challenges. Yeah, with network marketing.
I hear
There's challenges that everyone faces in network marketing, and then there's a whole working with your spouse challenges. And I think a breakthrough for us as a team was when and it just sort of happened naturally. It wasn't anything that we mapped out or planned or scripted. It happened very naturally.
you.
But and we both kind of realized what each of our individual strengths were, and they were very different, but they complemented each other. Michelle's strengths, for example, obviously Facebook and Facebook PPC and Facebook marketing and so forth. She's just become a really solid, strong marketer, lead generator and so forth. Whereas my strengths really started leaning more towards getting on the phone and talking to people and the recruiting aspects. Then, working with the team, building the team, developing the team and that aspect. So it enabled us to really, once we really fully understood that this was kind of the different paths that our expertises were developing in, it allowed us then to just simply focus on that and allow me to focus on what I was really doing well and kind of forget about Michelle's stuff, and allow Michelle to really focus on and get better at what she does well and kind of forget about what I'm doing. Let me handle that stuff. So it allowed each of us individually to maybe filter out the noise and just focus, put the blinders on and focus on what our strengths were already inclined towards and where our expertises were really directing us to go.
Makes sense. I remember when I first started my network marketing company. I started with my mom. My mother, she told me about this great company, and I looked into it and I signed on. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And my strength was getting up on stage or getting up in front of a group meeting and actually speaking to them and introducing them to what this is going to be about and answering questions at the end of the presentation, whereas her was building all these the relationships with these people and having them come in and actually give us the ear, if you will, in the first place. So yeah, we had a little, we were headbutting in the beginning, but once we found that, we had a steady ride through, yeah, it worked pretty well for us. So my other question for you, I want you to let us know what would be your best advice. You have some experience in there, you and Michelle. What can you tell us? What would be your best advice for a new person looking to get results in a home-based business?
Well, I think something that we all hear all the time, and it becomes very obvious, and it may even become a broken record, but it's probably the truest thing out there.
Yes.
It's that you have to commit to one thing. None of this is going to happen overnight. And so, in a little bit of a way, you have to have realistic expectations as a new person. There is no easy button. If you expect big results, it's not going to happen in a couple weeks or a couple months. Big results take a big commitment. And so committing to one thing, whether that be, one company as in your primary, but also one marketing method. I see, even if someone stays with the same company for a long time, if I see them jumping around from trying this marketing method to that marketing method to a third marketing method, they're never really allowing themselves to achieve success and become very well, become strong at that marketing method, and then therefore they're never able to provide value to the marketplace.
Exactly.
I think really where the money comes is being able to provide value to people. The more value you have, the more money you're going to be able to get in return, right? You're giving something. And if you keep jumping around from shiny object to shiny object or from marketing method to marketing method, you are not allowing yourself to really develop and become an expert in anything. And therefore, you're diminishing your capacity to give value, and at the same time, you're diminishing your capacity to earn money.
Exactly. Very, very, very true. I had a conversation yesterday with a prospect, and they were mentioning me, well, we have to do it all. And I told her, I'm like, trust me, focus on one marketing method. I'm like, if anything, if you're gaining momentum on that one marketing method, I don't really recommend you do two at the same time, but I know a lot of people who are doing two marketing methods, and they're fairly well at it. But for new people, I would say and just like you said yourself, stick to that one marketing method, that one company, and stay consistent with it, because people are watching. People are watching you. People who you may not know are watching you really are. They're paying attention to you. I was just going on a conversation with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I saw your post yesterday." I'm like, "Okay," so that just made me think. I'm like, "Yeah, people are watching us. You know, we have over 1,000 friends. I have over 1,000 friends, and that's eyeballs. Those are eyeballs on your whatever it is that you're doing, your life, your marketing, whatever it is you put out there. You're essentially saying it to an entire audience." So yeah, it takes a while for people to realize that, but that's definitely important. And thank you for sharing that, Bill.
And I think, I'm a big fan of analogies,
Hmm.
and the analogy I like to use in this is, so let's say, I grew up playing sports. Maybe you did as well, Joshua. And
Yep.
when you're young and you're starting off, maybe you'll do like two or three different sports, right? At like the young, like the youth level. And let's say you're pretty athletic, you're pretty good. Well, you can probably, maybe some people, a lot of people could go into high school and they could maybe do two or three high school sports. But some people might kind of figure out that they're really good at one, so then maybe they kind of whittle it down.
Hmm.
Then you get to college, and if you're still able to do sports, now maybe if you're real serious about sports, you probably hone down to one sport only, but it's possible you still have another sport as well. But let's say you take it to the next level as far as professional. I mean, how many times have you ever seen a professional athlete that's doing two professional sports? Well, there's Bo Jackson, right? Deion Sanders, Michael Jordan a little bit. But once you get to the top level of anything and you really start separating the wheat from the chaff, you've got to really hone in and pick one thing and one thing only.
Exactly.
Right? There's, hardly any professional athletes out there today that are at the highest level are doing multiple things. It's just not realistic. So in the very beginning, yeah, you might want to test the waters just to see what you're inclined towards. If you still don't know what marketing method is right for you, well, do a little research, do a little due diligence, kind of understand what these marketing methods might be, but you very quickly have to get to the point where you hone in and focus on one thing, because if you ever want to become that expert and you want to be known for something, one thing, it's just got to be one. To think that you could be Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders and play two multiple sports at the highest level, it's just not going to happen unless you're an extreme rarity.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And yeah, sticking to that one marketing method and testing the waters in the beginning is good. Once you, I inclined more to video marketing. As I found out, I'm like, I like video marketing, and I like having people see me in my videos and connecting with me on a different level. I have practice as well on when it comes to PPC marketing, just to test the waters. But I'm choosing that one marketing method. There's not going to be I'm not going to be known for an expert in video marketing, an expert in PPC at the same time. And again, like you said, if it's an extreme rarity, that could possibly happen, but always stick to that one marketing method to get better and better and better at it. So lastly, I want people to know where they can find your stuff, where they could read your blog or get to know you, maybe on different social media platforms. So where can they do that? Where can they go to find your information?
Yeah, so our blog is called Online Wealth Partner.
Okay.
All word, Online Wealth Partner.
Okay.
And my fan page is called Michelle and Bill Pescosolido's fan page. That's on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I mean, so I'm just going to close it up real quick. I want to say thank you very much for taking the time and having people letting people know where they can find your information and sharing the value that you just shared with us right now. I definitely appreciate it. This is probably the third interview I've done with leaders like yourself, and I really hope I am bringing the value to people and sharing with them that it's not all what they think it is in network marketing, and it's not a get rich quick kind of deal. And even Dean Black, this earlier a couple hours ago, he mentioned, he's like, "Do you want a business or do you want a buck?" And a whole comment thread went down on that, and it's a highly controversial issue. There's a lot of people who are in it for the money. There are a lot of people who are in it to give people value, and I'm definitely here to give people value, and yourself and all the leaders in this industry. So I thank you for that, and definitely applaud you and Michelle for doing that and bringing the value to people. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, Joshua, and good luck to you. And I had fun tonight on this interview.
All right. Thank you so much, Bill. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.